Hey Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. How you guys doing? This is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and this is your general reading for September 2018. It's a general reading. It won't resonate with everybody. Cancer, today we are using the Everyday Wish Tarot by Deborah Allen. And if we need to clarify anything, we'll be using the Rider Waite Tarot Pocket Deck. Let's see. Nothing going on in your sign. There's, still stuff going on in your opposite sign with Saturn, Pluto, and Mars has retrograded back into Capricorn, which is your opposite sign, but now it's direct. So, let me check. I don't think it's out of Capricorn yet. It may be at the anaretic degree, though, which is the 29th degree. And this is not a Capricorn video, let me get that clear, but that's your opposite sign. So I feel like it is relevant to you. Where we at? Okay, no, Mars is still at the 28th degree. So, what was I about to say? I don't know. Let's go ahead and pick three cards. Let's do that. Oh, I wanted to talk about the Venus retrograde. Mercury's coming out of shadow. Mercury went direct, but it's still been in shadow. And as I record this, which by the way, the moon is in Taurus, Mercury leaves shadow in the next few days on the 2nd, but Venus goes into shadow. Mercury leaves shadow in Leo, Venus enters shadow in Libra. So I just wanted Venus retrograde only happens every 18 months. And the big thing with Venus retrograde is, old lovers generally pop up. Old lovers specifically because Venus rules Libra, and Libra is a sign of relationships, partnerships. The thing about Venus retrograde is that, if somebody pops back up in your life, it could all seem great. And then when Venus goes direct again, everything goes to mush. Also, it's not a great idea it's not a good time for cosmetic surgery. It's not a good time to make big, extravagant purchases. Um, it's just because it's not a good idea. When Venus goes direct again, you're not going to like that man or that purchase or that woman if it's somebody that comes back. I told Gemini don't buy big lime green couches. You know, don't go out and buy that gaudy statue you just swore you must have. No, when Venus goes direct, you're gonna be mad at yourself, so don't do it. So let's flip over some cards. We got the Five of Swords reversed. Okay. Five of Swords reversed. Let's see that reversed. The Ace of Wands and Magician. Okay. Cancer, if there has been some conflict, if there's been some uh, just a lot of back and forth and nag, and even backbiting, too many cooks in the kitchen, too many people trying to impose their ideas, and everybody talking over each other. In the month of September, I think a lot of that gets cleared up. Mercury is, like I said, moving out of shadow, so where there may have still been some iffy, sticky communication, like I said, just too many people trying to do too much, trying to say too much at one time, too much talking. Yeah, 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 yeah. This is everybody trying to implement their ideas. Like I said, too many cooks in the kitchen, but this is more of a verbal soup. I think that comes to an end. It straightens itself out this month. There's an opportunity that is going to come to you, Cancer. It's a gift from the universe, and it may catch you by surprise. Same with Gemini. I just had this card come up for them. Uh, Like I said, it's something that may catch you a little bit off guard, but I think it's all flowers and candy once you get used to the idea, whatever that idea might be. The Ace of Wands is it's possibly a new journey. It could be some sort of new job, like I said, some new venture. It's the pursuit of a particular passion. So you may realize that you're very passionate about something that you were not aware of before. Uh, and just as suddenly as this comes to you, there's an opportunity that will present itself. The Ace of Wands too in love and romance can talk about uh, she's getting something. So because the Ace of Wands is a phallic symbol, I feel like some of the ladies could be getting there could be some approach from a man, and he may be the magician, baby. If if this is romance for some of you cancers, this dude is he gonna talk you right out of them, I promise. And so far it's all good. I have to pull another card, but he's going to talk you right out of them because he's the magician and he knows how to use the tools that he has in order to manifest what it is that he wants, and he wants you or she wants you. But I just feel like with this Ace of Wands taking up the center of the reading, that you know the approacher I feel like is a male. Ah, I I feel like this male is a fire sign. I feel like there could have been some conflict maybe between some women that goes away because the magician makes a choice and he speaks what he wants over who he wants, and this is no longer an issue. And I feel like cancer, if this is in regards to you, then you become clear about it, and there's it's just no conflict with you either. Nobody needs to go down in order for another person to win because the magician makes it very clear about what it is he wants, and he has everything that he needs to make it happen exactly the way that he wants it to happen. Now, another thing, Cancer, romance aside, is that if there is an opportunity that gets presented to you, and I feel like this is something that you could have even been in some arguments or something about um, something that was possibly available for you to do. I feel like initially there could have been some back and forth about it. Everybody's trying to interject and put their opinions off on you or their ideas. This is what you should do. This is what you should do. And that changes this month, and there's no longer the conflict. Um, and then you find yourself surprised by the fact that with the omission of the conflict, you get this surprising opportunity to do something, to go somewhere, to pursue a passion, like I said, and you, Cancer, could be the magician in this case, or you could be dealing with somebody that knows exactly what to say to make this happen, knows exactly what to say, knows exactly how to use everything that he's got, his knowledge, his resources, his creative ability. Um, what am I missing? Resources, coins, creative ability, different ups, knowledge, swords. Action. And there's action. Girl, let me shut up. All right. Because I just drew a blank. Anyway, let's pull a card, see what else is going on. So we're gonna pull from here. Let's see. Seven of Swords. Interesting. The Seven of Swords is generally a thief, somebody trying to get away with something. He leaves a paper trail, is what I always say. Uh, okay, now here's the thing that I noticed. See, he's got five. See, he's got five swords in his hand, and we talked about this five of swords reversed. But there are two swords that are left behind, which suggests that there are still some decisions to be made, some tough decisions, because you've got these two swords remaining. If you think about the two of swords, with the way I generally see it is, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. You got somebody in one ear and somebody in another ear, which is what I always thought that this was about since we started the video. Just too many people saying too much. The Seven of Swords comes up, and I just wonder about that. Because he's getting away with five swords, and two left behind. It's a minor arcana though, so maybe this is just something that happens in the process of all of this, and somebody temporarily does get away with something. And see, I think this is what I was saying at first when I said I think initially there may have been a lot of crap going on, a lot of interjection, and people trying to insert their ideas and beliefs and blah blah blah. And it changes. The conflict actually goes away, but I still feel like for a period, somebody, and that could be you, Cancer, is feeling like they are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Uh, this is somebody, when we've got these two swords, is somebody who has got blinders on. They really don't see what's up. But I think something breaks through all of that, and then you find that you have all of the tools that you need to make a perfect decision. Let's pull another card because I'm confused. Page of Swords. Okay. Page of Swords is a breath of fresh air. It's a new idea. Even though it's a little underdeveloped, it's a new idea, and people are generally glad to see the Page of Swords when he's in the upright position. Glad to see him coming. I see something about publication. I don't know if you cancers might be writing an article for the first time or something like that. Maybe you're making your first submission to, some sort of magazine, or maybe you're putting up your first blog or something like that. But what happens is it all ends up going well, despite these two little things right here, and these are minor arcana, so they're temporary. He rules the roost because he's the major arcana. This is the major theme. This is about taking the information that you have and combining it with all of the other tools that you have and making it work, manifesting or getting ready to manifest it into whatever it is that you want it to be. Because the one thing that is not on this table yet, I realize as I talk, there are no coins. So I think, like I said, there's the omittance of whatever this crap is, the surprising opportunity, the inspiration, the breath of fresh air, and the ability to pull it all together like the magician that you are. Maybe you don't see actual results of it. Let's pull one more card just to see if we get a coin on the table. The world card, there is some sort of completion, and maybe it's just completion of the whole idea at the time. It's getting the ball rolling. That particular segment is completed because there are still no coins. This is ruled by Saturn, though. The world card is ruled by Saturn. This talks about Saturn setting foundation. It's following rules. It's doing the work, and doing that work gets you to some sort of completion. You just still don't see tangible results, but it's all good. It is all good. Whatever it is all good. You just, for the month of September, don't actually see it in concrete. Just know that it's happening. I hope you understood that, Cancer. I hope that made sense. If you'd like to get a personal reading with me, you can do so. My email is in the description box below. Thanks, and I hope to talk to you guys again next month. Hey, uh, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And I think that's it. Bye.